Hello there, thanks for coming by PosterCentral.com's video blog today. I'm Pete Howard, and I bought this record when it came out in December of 1964, so I really like this cardboard display. Even though it's simple, all that Capitol did with this particular thing was to just blow up the cover art on a cardboard square to about 21.5 inches square. So as you can tell, in proportion to me, of course, it is much bigger than a regular LP cover, but it has no more information than the LP cover had. But you know, I feel fine. She's a woman. I mean, hello, you know, just great repertoire, great 1964 music from the Beatles, and a really nice point of purchase piece for record stores late in the year, although it doesn't say like new album out now or buy here or anything like that. It definitely very much is a merchandising display piece. The album was released, by the way, December 15th of 1964. What's really interesting is Bob Whitaker did these cover photographs, and back in the day I didn't pay any attention when I was 10 years old or whatever. I just thought it was like 4 pictures of the Beatles goofing around. I never put rhyme or reason to it, but it's the seasons. Bob Whitaker, a pop art photographer who would later go on to do the Beatles Butcher cover for Yesterday and Today, but this was a lot more innocent, naive time. And it's the 4 seasons, so there on the top you can see the Beatles have the umbrellas representing winter time, and they're sheltered from the rain. I figured they gave that the big picture because this record came out just a week shy of winter starting, so its big initial run was going to be during the winter season for the following 3 months. However, that's just purely a guess and pure conjecture. Then you have in the lower left, you have, is that the lower left or is this? Okay, let me switch this around. In the lower left there, you have spring depicted, and 3 of the Beatles are holding springs, and John is holding a flower, as in, you know, April showers bring May flowers, so that's pretty clear. And then a little bit unwieldy here. In the lower center, the season of summer is represented well. The Beatles are continuing to shed their jackets and their ties and stuff for the warmer weather, and John and Ringo are wearing sunglasses, and George has a beach towel, it looks like, thrown over his shoulder. And then finally in the lower right you have the season that perhaps is the most difficult to depict, the fall. It may be the hardest to illustrate, but the Beatles have all their clothes back on for the cooler weather, and they're just sweeping up autumn leaves there. I thought maybe fall might have something to do with the leaves fell out of the basket on the ground, but I think that's pretty much a stretch. So anyway, Bob Whitaker, you know, pop art, the Beatles liked him, even though this sort of seems like a silly photo session, and they look a little wary in places. They obviously liked him enough to come back a couple of years later and do the Butcher cover, which was a misfire as well, but then again, maybe not. Only in '66 was it. But here we have late '64 for Beatles 65, a cardboard album blow-up done by Capitol to send to record stores and sell the record. So there you have it, nice collector's item. They weren't sold to the public, just sent out in limited numbers to record stores. Thanks a lot for dropping by, and we'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.